Alright, this time we're gonna play 1111 Memories Retold. And what was said on the other, on the little description is this. 11th November 1916, a young photographer leaves Canada to join the Western Front in Europe. So that's basically what that game is supposed to be about. I remember that I got that game as well on other platforms. I'm really curious about this one actually. I think that one day I may play it because I think it's more like an adventure game and there's not really like a lot of things to do. It's not like it's a game from Bandai Namco, and they got a grade of 4.5 out of 5 ratings. I think that the person who is doing all the narration in this game is what's his name? Elijah Wood. I think that yeah, I think you say it this way, right? Elijah Wood. Anywho, we're gonna play probably 15 minutes as well of this one. Oh, interesting music. I love the style already for. I think it has a very cool art style. It's about the World War I, so it's not a very easy subject to talk about. Let's say it this way. Alright, let's press option. I wonder why they show us a user term of agreement here. This game supports an auto... Yeah, okay. So the cat is representing the autosave feature. Alright, let's see the settings here. Yes, okay. Okay. Perfect. Alright, new game. Hardman and Digitals. I never heard of them. 1111 Memories Retold. Yeah, it's Elijah Wood. Sebastian Koch. Rings a bell to me too. That style is very interesting. November 1916, 2 years until peace. First World War from 1914 to 1918. Alright. Toronto, Canada. The art style is very special. It nearly makes me wonder if
actually... starts like so many others. With a girl. A girl who worked in a photography store. In a quiet little corner of Toronto, Canada.
Alright.
Julia.
What are you doing, Harry? Are you meant to be playing with that camera?
Ah, it's such a special style. It looks like a painting.
The two of us grew up together. Born the same month. Lived on the same block. To her, we were best friends. To me? Well, never mind.
I know you have to test it, but does it always have to be on me?
Of course it has to be on you. It's always interesting. Okay, frame Julia and press X to take a picture. Okay, I can change the lens to be far or close. Let's do a picture that looks cool. Alright.
Well, you're not getting a serious photo out of me. I can assure you of that.
Cannot use this feature while using PS Now. I'm wondering what it is about. Alright, I look around to see if there's something interesting. Oh. Oh, I like that.
I shall be silly until you put that camera away.
Oh, don't be silly.
How about now, Harry? How do I look?
You look like a painting. How many times do they want me to take a picture of Julia? Alright. 3 pictures. Press triangle to enter photo mode at any time and press X to take 3 pictures. As film was expensive, photographers were limited to 16 pictures a day. Yeah, it was. Okay.
Right. I have to get back to work now. You should do the same.
Okay, here's Harry.
Morning, sir. How may I help? Portrait, perhaps, in that fine uniform?
Name's Barrett. Major Barrett. I'm looking for a photographer.
Well, then,
I
Major,
guess
you've come to the right place.
I guess we're gonna take a picture of a Major Barrett.
I met before. Your face looks familiar. I've been in the papers a bit. Done the odd recruitment poster.
The Red Room. What is that? Hand Across the Sea, part 1 of 2. It's a collectible. Okay, there's some collectible here and there apparently that we need to pick up.
Oh my, welcome. How are things over in your...
Atelier, part 1 of 2 as a collectible.
As well as can be expected, we fight the good fight as best we can. Fine place you have here.
Yeah, I don't know much about Canada and the ways that they work, and the ways that they went into the First World War.
Say hello to the Major. He's a real war hero, been in the papers and everything.
Nice to meet you, sir. I'm Julia.
Okay, it seems I can talk
And the
here.
pleasure's all
Is that
mine.
what it is?
So, this Harry lad, can he use a camera?
That he can. His one redeeming feature, Major.
One moment. Harry, bring some wine, boy. The good stuff, upstairs.
Oh, I need to pick up some wine. That's why
My
we're
parents
showing
moved
that
to
bottom.
Toronto from Boston when I was just a boy. But ever since what happened to Mom and Dad, Julia's father took me in. Taylor gave me a job and a place to sleep. He didn't need to. He took care of me for years.
Alright, apparently I got a new journal entry thanks to whatever I did, and it gives me an achievement. Actually, that's one of the things that I love with that PS now, is that I can get a lot of achievements for... Well, if it's the good stuff upstairs, this wouldn't be the good stuff, so I don't want to pick up the bad stuff. Let's see.
Boy, bring some wine for the Major. The good stuff, upstairs.
Yes, and I'm doing that, and I want to do only 15 minutes of playtime max, so I'm trying to make sure that I go pretty fast.
Boy, bring some wine for the Major. The good stuff, upstairs.
How many times are you gonna repeat this, dude? Okay, there's another collectible here. Hands Across the Sea, part 2 of 2, okay. Alright, I got the good wine, I guess. Is there anything else that I'm missing from somewhere? If I press start, okay. So when I press start, I can say Toronto, November 1916. Mr. Taylor asked me to bring some wine. I'd better do as he says. And then a perfect opportunity to take picture with this new camera is what we just did. So if I look at the pictures, you can see the pictures of Julia, I think it was her name, if I'm not wrong. From the notes, we have a couple of notes here. 15 October 1916, 15th of October 1916. Mr. Taylor shared some great news today. He ordered a new camera and says if I behave myself, he'll let me take a few photos with it. Then 28th October 1916. Julia laughed at one of my jokes today. Normally she just rolls her eyes. Today was a good day. 5th November 1916. They tell me the camera is arriving any day now. Mr. Taylor says he wants me to set it up and test it. Julia says it's because he's too lazy to do it himself. And then the 10th of November 1916, I told Julia I'd take a few photos of her to see if the camera works okay. She protested, but I'm pretty sure she'll let me. She's going to be the perfect subject. Alright. Collectible. So we got a full Hands Across the Sea, and when you look at it, it's the North American situation. The United States and Canada have different degrees of involvement in World War I due to their differing diplomatic and allied situations. When the United Kingdom declares wars on Germany on August 4th, 1914, Canada is automatically brought into the war as it is still a British dominion. The Canadian Governor General raises the independent Canadian Expeditionary Force to help in Europe. The sacrifice is huge. 66,655 killed and 172,000 wounded. This effort will change Canadian history and help it gain greater independence. The US is neutral for the first 2 years, but the sinking of the ship RMS Lusitania and the evolution of public opinion pushes America to enter the war in April 1917. 4 million US military personnel will be sent to Europe and 110,000 will never return. Document from Peter Doyle, Hands Across the Sea card showing the Canadian flag in 1916. Oh, the Canadian flag was so different back then. Interesting. I didn't know that story about the independence of Canada with the United Kingdom. All right, the atelier. Okay, I need to figure out where to get that second part. Bonus part 1. Okay, we need to get those 4 things in order to get the bonus. Okay, there's the K, and when you go to the K... Oh, we're playing with 2 characters, that's what's happening. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Okay, there's another collectible down there. Atelier part 2 of 2. Let's see what Atelier part 2 of 2 talks about. Oh, okay, nuts. No, collectible. Photography during the First World War. The invention of smaller cameras and film formats with good sensitivity changed the ways that the press and even amateurs could witness the Great War. The link home to families is maintained not only through letters, but through photos of soldiers and their life on the front. In order to control public opinion and maintain military intelligence, the Allies quickly censor and restrict the use of pocket cameras by their soldiers. On the German side, however, they are still allowed and thousands of photos are taken. Document from Europeana, Atelier of the Photo Unit in Vladimir Volinsky, KUK, Quick's Press Quarter, Lichpitztal, Wien. Okay. From Vienna, I guess. It's interesting. Well, it's always very interesting because it's a pretty bad thing to show photos of the wars, as you know, like for the Vietnam War, it was probably one of the things that makes so much troubles around because you can see like the reality of war, which is a bad thing. So that's why it's actually pretty important to get media around things that could be atrocious, so like that people can understand understand the idea of why this should never happen again. So we should never forget about the two world wars that ever happened, because they were very deadly and awful, and it's important for us to remember that, you know, the world was at war before, and let's hope that it never happen ever again. I know that it sounds silly for me to say it this way, but it's a very important thing. Alright, we did 15 minutes. I'm gonna give that bottle just to see what's happening.
Here we are. You took your time, boy. Useless.
Poor lad. I'm sure he's trying his best.
Here you are, Major. To your health.
Why, thank you.
I'm wondering if I take the other one, what would have happened.
Now, you said something about needing a photographer?
Yes. Who took these? They're exceptional. Just the kind of pictures I'd need in the fight against the Germans.
Yep. Using photography is something that could be used for the greater good or for the worst. Okay, at the same moment, Zeppelin Factory, Germany.
Blödes Funkgerät. Kurt, du bist der Techniker. Reparier das Ding. Brennt immer dieselbe Zeit durch. Schnell, die Berichte kommen gleich.
I was wondering, maybe I should have said something during that time so you understand what we say. Okay, so apparently we use the radio in order to understand like what's happening. And we play with Kurt? Is that what it is? Yeah. German. Press X to select and L to move. Okay, let's... Okay, I guess.
16 Männer im Einsatz vermisst. Vermutlich
Okay.
gefallen.
Habe ich das richtig gehört, Kurt? IA 125? In der Einheit ist auch dein Sohn Max, oder?
That's Max unit. Okay, so we play with both sides. That's why it's interesting. From one side the Canadian and the other side the Germans, I guess. Or at least my assumption is that that's the idea of the game. Let's see.
Dear Katrin, I've done something I know you will not agree with. It's about Max. It's about our son. I know now why his letters are not reaching you at the farm.
Well, war is awful for everyone. That's why I guess, you know, in Europe, when you think about it, people are being very, very considerate about all
Gut,
the
wir
stuff.
warten schon. Zieh den Hebel. Die Ehre gebührt dir.
I didn't want to go further, but anyway, I need to stop. Yeah, the horrors of war. I think I would really love that game because, you know, it's important to see everything. Alright, it seems I cannot do much here, so I guess that talking to that guy...
Alles noch unbestätigt. Ist wahrscheinlich gar nichts, aber ich sag's den anderen.
Okay, so here I don't see any collectibles so far. But apparently he works at some kind of factory and his son went to war. We went from something very fun with 100-foot robot golf to something that is much more dramatic. So let's see what's next, what's awaiting us next. Alright, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna look at Kurt. And see you pretty soon. Bye bye!